good people, and welcome back to another video with DIYs by Carolina. I hope you guys are doing well and having an amazing weekend. All right, you guys, so let's take a look at what we have planned for part 3 of today's mini series. So this is the final the final video in this series, so I am excited about that because I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done. So what I plan to do in this video is basically just clean up around the deck area. So just clean up the landscaping, and here's what I'm talking about. You guys can see here I have these azalea plants, these bushes, and they're completely just overgrown at this point. So what I plan to do is trim those back. I need to cut out all of these plants here, or weed or whatever, and I have 2 more over here that I need to just kind of trim up, make them look nice and neat. And you can see here I have all these like little trees growing out from underneath the deck. I have to trim and cut all those out. And after I've done that, I'm going to add some fresh new mulch, just make the space really, really nice and beautiful. And you can kind of see here where I started it on this corner area here. So you can kind of see here where I've added some fresh new mulch in this space. I've pulled out any weeds. And so we want to have the whole entire deck area looking like this. So that's the plan. Just making everything nice and beautiful, cleaning off the deck a little bit. And afterwards, let me just show you guys how everything looks. So we just need to really just kind of tidy up in this space. Also right up here, you can see the hedges by the house. All of that needs to be trimmed down. So that is definitely going to be today's plan in this video. So yeah, I'm excited because, you remember my first 2 projects in the video, they were consisted of a lot of things that I needed to do, but these were actually projects or things that I was putting off for a while, and something that I've always wanted to do. So I was excited that I was able to do that. So I can't wait to go ahead and just clean up around this deck area and having everything beautiful. So once I'm done cleaning up around the deck area, cleaning up the landscape, we'll go through, take a look at all 3 areas. I'll show you guys any updates that I've made since actually completing the project, of course. And also I'll be sharing with you some additional things that I have in mind for some of those spaces as well. But in the meantime, let's get started with today's video. All right, y'all, so to get started, I'm just clearing out all of these pots that I had sitting here in the landscape. And I'm just doing that in order to, get everything nice and clear so I can cut back these weeds and then trim up these hedges and just kind of go ahead and get started with cleaning up the landscape. So guys, if you have a porch or a landscape area that needs a little bit of TLC, maybe your hedges or your bushes are overgrown, there's a lot of weeds everywhere, well, come along with me and let's do this together. So we can start by just kind of clearing out the space and removing everything that we're not going to use in that landscape on day 1. And then maybe on day 2, we can pull any weeds that's in the space or cut back any type of weeds just to kind of give that space a nice clean look before we actually start trimming the hedges. And on day 3, we can actually go ahead and start trimming the hedges. And then maybe after trimming the hedges, if you're still up to it and you know you're not overwhelmed or overly exhausted, we can go ahead and start cleaning up the clippings from the hedges. And of course, on day 4, if you're feeling confident and you've done everything you need to do thus far, well, maybe we can go ahead and start adding the mulch. The point here, you guys, is that you don't have to do it all in one day. I did not complete this landscape project in one day. It literally took me about 4 days. And one of the reasons for that is, number one, it was 101 degrees outside, okay? So what I always try to do is pace myself. So then that way I'm successful in taking care of myself and then doing what I need to do outside in these projects. So I have trimmed up all the hedges. Everything looks great. So I just need to go ahead and just kind of clean up the leaves that I trimmed up. Clean up all the trimmings. And from there, I'll go ahead and add my mulch. And you guys will notice too that some brick edges are missing here. I actually use them in the back of the deck, so I have to run out and get some more to replace these. So I'll be doing that as well. But yeah, just cleaning up this mess. So that way we can have the entire deck space looking like this side over here. Yes, have it looking like this, looking nice and clean. So that's the plan. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right, y'all, so as you can see, it's getting pretty late in the evening. My solar lights just jumped on, so I'm just gonna rake this up into a pile and I'll clean up these clippings on tomorrow. All right, so it is the next day, and now we're going to go ahead and get started with adding our mulch. And I purchased this mulch from Lowe's. Unfortunately, it was not on sale. They had it, I think the bags were like $3.98 a bag. And just to do this area around the deck space, it took me about 6 bags of mulch. Okay, so I have cleaned up all the landscaping around the deck area. I've added some fresh new mulch, and I just want to show you guys what that space looks like. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the other spaces because I did make a few updates, so I want to share that with you guys as well. So let's go. So here's a look at what the space looks like after it's been freshly mulched. Now the only thing is you might see some grass clippings here because I literally just weeded around the edge of the bricks. So yeah, just wanted to point that out, but everything looks so nice and neat. The bushes are nicely trimmed, as you can see here, and it just really makes the space pop. So I'm really loving the way that black mulch looks. And I typically use black mulch in the backyard, and then I put the brown mulch in the front yard. So I planted this little flower here. So yeah, everything looks great. And so now to show you guys some of the most recent updates that were made to the space. So first with project number 1. So a couple of updates that I made to this space, starting with the privacy screen. So a couple of you actually recommended in the comments to put some type of metal wall art or something on the privacy screen. So I found this cute little metal little flower here from Hobby Lobby. So I went ahead and put this up there, and I also have some butterflies coming in the mail. I was hoping they would have been here before the video, but unfortunately they did not arrive in time. But I do have like 4 cute little butterflies to add to that as well. Also, I removed the begonias and I planted some of these plants here. I can't remember what the name of these are, but if I do, I'll post it in the up at the top of the screen. So I changed out the begonias. I really just didn't like the way the begonias looked with the brown leaves. So that's why I went ahead and swapped them out for these. Okay, so you can kind of see that. And y'all can see those impatiens are growing like crazy. And also, someone in the comments recommended extending the flowers, but instead I just decided to add this cute little birdie here. I thought this was so adorable, and this actually lights up at night. That's what I decided to do in this space here. And again, like I mentioned before, I do have a few butterflies coming to add to the little cute sunflowers up here. Okay, so that's what we did to that space. And now for project number 2, where I landscaped around the trees. So I went ahead and purchased a new bistro set, and I am absolutely loving it. So that's the update for this particular space. I added a new bistro set because remember the other one, the chair had broken, and no later than I completed this project, my parents came up for a visit. You know, they had some place to sit, enjoy the space. So that was really a nice upgrade, I guess. And if you guys are interested in this bistro set, I will be sure to link the information in the description, and it will also be linked in my Amazon storefront as well. So yeah, I really love the way this looks. It's perfect. So we're going to take a quick stroll in the backyard space just to kind of take a look at all the different areas and what they look like in the evening hours when all the solar lights have came on. So as you guys can see here, everything is beautiful, everything is clean, everything is neat. I'm so loving the way this landscape looks around the deck area. I'm just really glad with how this mini series turned out. I got a lot done, so I'm super excited about that. And one of the other projects that I will be working on in a later video, of course, will be the patio. But again, the patio will be undergoing some major construction. But in the meantime, I'm loving these lights, and you guys will also notice that on the deck area, I installed some motion lights. And sorry for the shakiness of the camera. The mosquitoes were, y'all, it was a struggle. But anyway, I installed these motion lights because a lot of times whenever I come in this space, just walking in between the deck area is really dark in that area. So I just put these motion lights on, and they shine towards the ground, which is perfect. So then that way I can see exactly where I'm going. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really do appreciate you guys, going with me on this journey through this mini series. And I will be posting part 1 and part 2 in the description, just in case if you didn't get a chance to see those videos, if this is your first time visiting maybe. So this will be a great way to just kind of catch you up. And again, thank you guys so much. Again, it looks like we've just reached 20,000 subscribers. So y'all, God is good. That's all I can say, okay? He is so good. And thank you guys so much for all of your support on my channel. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys really soon in my next video. In the meantime, you guys, please enjoy this backyard scenery. And if you are new to this channel and visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Carolina. And if this is the type of content that you find interesting, I would love to have you join my family of subscribers. And as always, to my existing subscribers, thank you guys so much for all of your support. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Until then, enjoy. Bye now.